Hey everybody, I'm Evan.
And I'm Finn.
And today we are going to be counting down Finn's top 10 games of all time.
Yep.
So a little background information. Finn is 12 years old, correct?
Yes.
And you've been gaming on a casual-ish level for probably 3/4 of your life.
I'm not very good at things.
Well, don't say that. I think you're good at things. Are you good at making a top 10 games of all time list?
Not at all.
No? Well, I hope you're ready.
I mean, I made one.
Okay, good. I hope you're ready to talk about them.
Okie dokie.
So, and let's, and you have some honorable mentions, correct?
Yeah, I have two.
Okay, you want to do those at the end?
Yeah.
Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. What is your number 10 game of all time?
Number 10 game is Stop Thief. It's fun. You have to use, like, a tablet, and it's really weird because you're, like, you, the thief, have to do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so that is a hidden movement deduction game.
Yeah.
Where one person uses the app. It doesn't have to be a tablet. You can do it on your phone, but we use it on the tablet because it's bigger. And you have to go, like, into the different buildings, right?
You gotta go into the different buildings and, like...
The thief has to go in there and try to, like, steal a bunch of treasures.
Yeah, and you gotta make sure you don't get caught, or else then you get one of your guys gets caught.
Right. So the way we generally play it is the one versus all. You can play it competitively. You can play it, like, cooperatively.
Like...
But I think the most fun way to play it is one person is the thief and the other person are trying to catch them.
Yeah.
It's got a really cool board where it's like a top-down city and there's all these different buildings and you're walking around and you use audio clues.
Yeah, you use audio clues like some train noises if you go on the subway and stuff.
Yeah, or like you hear the window break if you go through a window.
Yeah.
And then using those sound clues, the investigators have to track down where they've been and try to figure out where they're going.
Yeah.
So do you like playing the thief better or do you like playing the investigator?
The thief, easy.
Okay, all right. I like doing either one. I think, you usually do like to be the thief, and the app makes it real easy to keep track of.
Yeah, just keep track of it like...
Yep, and then at the end it shows you your whole path and where you went, and you can show it to people, and they're like, oh, I thought you went this way, and you went that way.
You were in the red building? I thought you were in the green building.
Yep. That happens sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is a really good pick. That is your number 10.
Yep.
Stop Thief.
And then the next one is kind of a family favorite. We got King Frog.
Oh my gosh, so number 9 is King Frog?
Yes.
So that's funny because that is a game we don't even own.
Yeah, we played at Grand Con or something.
Correct. That is our annual play at Grand Con.
I suck at it, but it is just funny.
Okay, so what do you do in King Frog?
Well, I mean, you're the frog, and you gotta hop around until, like, you run out of movement cards. It's super goofy.
Right, so you want to be the last one standing, essentially, where if you... everyone simultaneously plays a card, and you're hopping around on these little lily pads, right?
Yeah.
If you land on a color lily pad that's not yours, you lose your card.
Yeah, and it's...
If you land on the same color, you get to pick that card back up into your hand, correct?
Yeah, yes.
So then as soon as you run out of cards to play, you're out, right?
Yeah.
And then the King Frog is basically the person who wins. And so it's kind of a little race around, trying to last as long as you can.
I personally don't think I've ever won it.
I don't know if you have. But so we play that annually at Grand Con, and whoever wins is the King Frog until next year.
Yeah,
I don't know who the current champion is. Do you?
It's you.
Is it? 'Cause I know I've won a few
times.
times.
It's you.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Number 9.
That's your number 9. Well, I'm glad you like playing that. We don't own a copy though. Would you want to buy a copy or?
No, because it's more fun when we play it annually.
Yeah, like
because it's kind of like a really crappy game, but it's funny.
It's fun. It's got cute little like wooden frogs.
Yeah,
And the whoever's in the lead gets a little crown.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
And then my number 8 is the game.
Number 8 is the game. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you do in the game?
I mean, normally we play it when we go to restaurants and stuff.
Yes.
And you gotta, basically, it's kind of like the mind, but you can sort of communicate.
Sort of.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Right, so there is multiple piles of cards on the table.
Yeah.
ones that count up, and ones that count down.
Yeah.
And the idea is you want to get rid of all of your cards.
You gotta get rid of all your cards. We've gotten down to one where Grayson failed us.
Well, I mean, it's tough, right?
Yeah, it is.
Right, so you have to play them in either ascending or descending order. But if you play a card that's 10 off, you can lower it. So if it's going up, or 10 higher. Yeah.
Yeah, or high.
To try to manipulate the piles a little bit. Go ahead.
It was on my most played games too.
It was. Yeah, it was. Well,
we play it a lot.
We do, because like I said, if we go out to eat at a restaurant, it's easy to set up play before the food gets there. It is a fun game. It is. Even though sometimes we really fail miserably.
Oh yeah.
Miserably. We get a really bad score. Sometimes it just doesn't work out because everyone can only play one or two cards, or they can play as many cards as they want, but you can't really tell anyone what's in there, and you can kind of say, don't play in this pile. But then
play in this pile, but then I have to play in this pile or else we lose.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's a fun, tricky little puzzle. That was your number 8, correct? The game. So, what is your number 7?
Number 7 is Telestrations. See, now, a lot of my friends are artists, so when they are, like, able and stuff.
And your mom is a good artist, too.
Way too good. Basically, sometimes we play when they come over.
So what do you do in Telestrations?
I mean, you draw... Basically, someone gives you a prompt.
Yep, there's the huge deck of cards, right?
Yeah. And you get a goofy prompt, and then the other person has to draw that, and then the other person has to guess what the heck you just drew.
Yep.
And then most of the time, they get it so unbelievably wrong.
Well, so the more players you have, the crazier it gets, right? Because one person has to write what it is, then the next person draws what it is, and then the next person writes what it is, and the next person draws what it is. And then it comes back around to you, and you open your little flip book, and you start going to see...
You look through it, and then...
see what your phrase started out as, and what it ended up as.
Yeah, I think there was like a guy barfing behind a McDonald's once or something.
And what was that supposed to be?
I have no clue. I don't remember. I think Corey drew that.
It probably wasn't. That probably wasn't what it started as.
No, I don't think it was. I think it was fast food chain.
That's funny. It's a fun fun party game that anybody can play, and the score doesn't matter. We usually just keep track anyway, but you play a few rounds, have a bunch of laughs. Try to figure out what went wrong.
Yeah.
And that's a really good time. That was in my top 100 for sure, because that is a fun game. Right. So that was your number 7?
Yep.
Telestrations. Okay.
And then 6, I haven't played this game too much, but it's Betrayal House on the Hill.
Okay.
It's fun.
Okay, I thought you might have this on there. It's
just a bit weird, because I haven't played it that much, so I don't really have a great grasp of it.
Okay, so it's usually a game we play around the Halloween season, right? Mm-hmm. Where you are a group of people, and you're investigating a haunted house. And as you explore the rooms, you find items and get and weird occurrences happen, and kind of build the house out. And then at some point, what happens?
Yeah, someone gets like haunted or something.
Yeah, so there you make a haunt roll.
Yeah. And
it triggers a scenario where someone's probably going to be the traitor.
Yeah.
And then the rules of the game kind of change, and everyone has a goal. Mm-hmm. Like the traitor has to do something specific, and then everyone else has to do something specific to win the game.
I think once we ate Grayson because he was like a merman or something, and then we all turned into mermen.
You're right, I forgot about that.
It's really weird.
That was a really funny one. I don't remember how that happened, but there was multiple endings for that one, and I don't think we got the best one.
No, we did not, because we killed him. If he got away and like fled the whole house, I think that would.
Yes, that's right. I think he was trying to sink the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was funny.
We ate him.
There was another time too. Remember where you? I was the traitor, and I was trying to do something, and you threw dynamite in the room and blew me up, and I died.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I just blew you up.
That didn't end so well. Yeah. That's a fun game. That's a great game.
Trail is just like a really funny thing.
Yeah, it's kind of wonky sometimes, but it's usually a good experience as long as you're not taking it too seriously
Yeah.
and trying to game it too much. That was your number 6?
6, yes.
6. Okay, so what is your number 5?
Is my number 5 is Micro Macro Crime City.
Really? Okay.
Yes. It's not a game we play often, but you gotta like look around and find these little clues around the map, and it's super weird.
Yeah, so there's like this giant fold out like map of like a city with these little like cartoon kind of drawings, right?
Yeah, cartoon drawings. Yeah.
And there's all kinds of things going on all over the place. And it's kind of small, so sometimes if you're playing with too many people, it's kind of hard to crowd around one specific area. But
unless you buy like all 4 of them and combine them all.
which you can do, which that sounds crazy. We don't have room for that.
No.
Yeah, so then there's basically a case where something happened. Sometimes it's a murder, sometimes it's a robbery, and you kind of have to track down how it happened.
Yeah.
So there'll be clues, and then you can kind of follow the progression of the character. Do you remember the one we played where like the baby got loose?
Oh, I remember.
And we had to follow the baby all the way around there, and like he had all kinds of crazy adventures.
Yeah, I don't know what that baby was doing. I think the last one we played that I remember is a guy got, like an art show guy got poisoned, I think.
Yes, yep, I remember that. You had to track, and then like kind of like there's cards, so like the card will have a question on it. So then if you answer that question right, you know, again, it's not really a game you score, but it's a fun game to play to try to figure out and find where the
where the things these are.
Exactly.
Exactly.
All right, so that was your number 5, huh? Macro Crime City. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun experience for sure.
And then my number 4 is Cora Quest.
Okay.
Which I actually drew a bit of art for the game.
Yeah, I have a picture. I'll put it on the screen here of you pointing at your. Okay. So what do you do in Cora Quest?
I mean, it's kind of like a legacy game, kind of.
Well, okay, so we have the expansion, which adds the campaign. I think that's what you're thinking of.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Okay, because generally it's just a single scenario dungeon crawl where you go into rooms.
What is the one with my thing in it?
Fight monsters. It is the treasure creature.
I know there was
there's like a mimic. Right?
Yeah,
treasure
my little guys are mimics.
The treasure critters, I think, is what they call them.
Oh yeah, but I don't remember what was the guy. It was like like the black guy, and he was like I
can't think of his name right now. It's the logo from the Death by Monsters podcast.
Yeah,
it's that.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
I can't remember what it's called either. But yeah, he's in that.
It's called the Something-a-con or something. I don't know.
I don't think that's what it is, but okay.
I have no clue.
So what do you like about Cora Quest?
I mean, other than the fact that I'm in it.
Well, your art is, yes.
Well, you can also find my name on the box.
This is true.
Is that it's just really fun because it's also a campaign, but it's also kind of not. Like, if you've ever played D&D one-shots.
Sure. Okay.
It's kind of like that-ish.
Sure. Where you have a character.
Yeah.
You fight some monsters, and you roll some dice, defeat those monsters, accomplish a goal.
Yeah, there's a bunch of weird stuff.
I think the campaign is pretty fun because you can carry over items and stuff and like level up skills in between matches and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's really funny.
It's pretty simple, pretty easy, and all of the art basically was done by children.
Yep.
So that's something that makes it really unique and a good family dungeon crawl type game to play. Okay, cool. That was your number 4?
Yep.
Oh man. So what top 3 time?
Top 3. I don't know why this is here, but it's
well, you put it there.
I know. My number 3 is dice fishing.
Okay, all right.
I think I was thinking of the flapjack octopus.
Okay. Is this your number 3 just because of the flapjack octopus?
Not if the flapjack octopus wouldn't be there. It's probably like a number 5.
All right. So dice fishing is a fun game. I like this game a lot too.
Yeah, same.
It is the game where you flip over like fish cards, and they have like certain dice, like there's like certain number conditions that you need to catch them, right?
Yeah.
Like all your dice need to be odd. Or
even,
or certain
7,
like, or at least 18 or something like that, 18 or higher.
Yeah.
Then you wager your dice behind your screen, saying how many dice you think you can catch that in. Correct?
Yeah.
And then whoever bid the least amount of dice gets to roll your dice first.
Yeah, it's really weird.
So if you think you can roll 18 on 3d6s.
You probably can't.
But you can try, though.
You can try.
Or you can put in 9 d6s. I don't know how many are in the game total.
I have no clue.
And you're more likely to do it, but you're not going to get to do it first.
Yeah.
That's the trick with it. And we have the little mini expansion that allows 2 fish to be
Oh yeah, we do.
in there at one time. It helps a little bit because there's a little bit more options.
I'm pretty sure there's a bear. I don't really think that's a fish.
There is a bear. The bear is catching a fish though.
But don't you catch the bear?
Sure, I guess.
I think you do.
So this game has been re-released by Allplay under the name Lure.
Yeah.
So we have never played that specific version. I think there's Lure tokens so that you can adjust dice values with if you miss.
Yeah.
But we have the original dice fishing roll and catch. I like the art in that one.
Yeah, the flapjack octopus is funny.
And he's a big fan of the flapjack octopus.
You should put a picture on it.
Okay, I will. Here's the flapjack octopus right here.
Yep.
All right, so that was your number 3.
Yep.
Holy cow! So what is your number 2?
It's Clank Legacy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because we've been playing Clank Legacy.
2, yeah, the second
Yeah, Clank Legacy 2. I mean, kind of both of them are really fun.
We've been through the first one.
Yeah.
We're about halfway through the second one.
And then there's this one stupid joke of ours where there's this thing called the Ape Lord Phantasm in there.
It's
like a promo card, but we can't use it because you need monkey rooms and something, and I don't know.
It's Monkey Idols. I think that came from an expansion
Yeah.
that is not compatible with it. But anyway, so what do you do in Clank Legacy? What do you do in this game?
It's kind of like a legacy game where you got. I mean, I think a dragon blew up one of our towns.
So it's a deck building game,
Yeah,
correct?
it's a deck building game.
Where you
yes.
start out with kind of a crappy deck.
Yeah.
The Legacy version allows you to kind of customize that crappy deck, so it gets a little bit better as you play, correct?
Yeah.
And then you buy new cards.
You buy new
add 'em to your
cards
deck.
and you. What's our helpful NPC's name again? Is that Frank or something?
Franklin?
Franklin, yes.
So, yes, so-
he's has a chicken baby or something. No, I remember. I picked this. His item is a gun.
Okay, so
He's really weird.
we don't want to get into too many spoilers here,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there are cards that you can alter as the game goes on.
Yeah.
Like
Put stickers on it or scratch
or
it.
name them, or so the second one has scratch offs. But what you're basically trying to do is trying to get treasures, get out, right?
Yeah.
But with the Legacy version, you have all these different sort of quests.
Yeah, you gotta do a bunch of stuff.
Personal quests, where you have to do specific things, bring certain things to certain areas.
Yeah.
Or then there's the overarching quests to discover new areas and unlock all kinds of new cards and new fun stuff.
This isn't a spoiler, but I accidentally called Jim Dark Magic Bob Wizrobe or something, and I was just that's just what I call him now.
It's funny.
And then Omen Durian or something, I call him Omen Durian.
Durian, that's a completely different thing.
Yeah, I know. I've had a little durian candy. It's disgusting.
Really, have you?
Yeah, I had it at Abel's birthday party.
Wow. I've never heard of that.
It was disgusting.
So here's the thing. So normally you don't play super long games.
No.
But Clank Legacy games can take a long time.
Yeah.
You're looking at 4+ hours sometimes.
Yeah.
Because with the 4 of us, we're reading the story and, we're all doing our own things and...
Having fun.
Yeah, and having fun. So for you to enjoy a long game this much has to be something really special, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So, yeah, Clank Legacy. This just all Clank Legacies?
Yeah, both
Okay.
of them.
All right. That is your number 2.
And then my number 1 is... I think it was probably also my number 1 last year is Raccoon Tycoon.
Okay, yeah, I saw that coming.
Yeah, I mean, it's just fun game.
So what do you do in Raccoon Tycoon?
Stuffs.
There's
lots
a lot.
of stuff.
There's a lot of different things. So what do you like about Raccoon Tycoon then?
Let's see here.
Okay, so it is a commodity manipulation, set collection, building type of game. There's a lot of little things that all kind of go into one package, right?
Yeah.
Where you can build railroads and that's points, or build buildings and that's points, or you get you get these cards that tell you which commodities you get, and then the stock starts to go up, the prices start to go up on them. But then when you sell them, the prices really crash, right?
Yeah.
So if you see somebody else hoarding a specific type of thing,
You sell it to make their price go down to like 0, and then they're useless.
right? Yep. And then all the while, yeah, like the art is really good, right?
Yeah, the
It's
art is
got some really nice
amazing.
painted
Yeah.
animal art. What I like about it is how, even though it kind of may take a little bit of time to play, the turns go really quickly,
Yeah.
and they're all really simple things to do on your turns.
Yeah.
Also, there's the auctions too. I think the railroads
auctions and
is what
stuff.
you auction off, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then you can use your money to bid for these things.
Use money to bid.
The railroads are the ones that have the animals on it, right? So you're trying to get
Yes.
multiple of the same one for the most points.
Multiple of the same one for the most points. Yeah.
Yeah. So if someone you see is collecting dogs or
Dogs, and then you probably shouldn't get dogs because
No,
you're
but
not going to beat them.
but you want to make them pay for it, right?
You want to make them pay for it, so you make them pay like 30 coins
So
for
you
it.
bid it up. Yeah. Sometimes it can get crazy towards
Bid
the
it
end of the game.
up, bid it up.
I agree. I think Raccoon Tycoon is a really fun game.
Yeah.
And that is your number one of all time.
Yup.
I pretty much knew that was going to be up there.
Yeah. Alright, and now we can get on to the honorable mentions.
Okay, what do you got for an honorable mention? Because there's a few that I thought would be on here that weren't. So what do you got?
Okay, so first honorable mention is Bunt Bar. Yes.
Oh,
Awesome.
come on, no, that's a fake one.
I just put that on there because it's funny.
Oh my gosh.
It's just a stupid game we got for like less than $1, I think.
That's correct. And there's a live playthrough on our channel if you want to watch that.
Yeah, it's
Not with Finn.
not with me though. It's just a
it's
really dumb, stupid game.
I don't think that's a real honorable mention.
No, it's really
Okay.
not.
All right. What else you got?
So the second honorable mention is Adventure Time Card Wars,
Okay.
which we just recently played like yesterday.
Oh,
So I
today,
couldn't
too.
I couldn't put it on there.
I mean, you could have, but
No, because then it disrupt my list
Okay,
and stuff.
okay.
Because I made it a day earlier.
okay. Do you think that will move up as time goes on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's fun, especially since I've watched a lot of Adventure Time.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. That is a fun, silly, battling back and forth type card game.
Yeah.
All right. You had one more honorable mention.
No,
That's it. What about Machi Koro? I'm surprised that wasn't on your list.
I completely forgot.
Would it have been? Would it have made your list?
I don't think so.
Would it have been an
I think
honorable mention?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it would have been an
All right.
honorable mention.
That makes sense. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I thought there was one more, but now I can't think of what it was. So,
I don't know.
wow, those are the top 10 games
Yup. Mm-hmm.
of all time, according to Finn.
For now.
For now, yeah, it could change as you play more games
Yup.
and play less games. Okay, well, that's a pretty solid list, I think.
Yup. I know.
All right,
Solid list.
solid indeed. Okay, well, I guess that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Yeah. Okay, and thanks for watching. What do you think of all these games that are on Finn's list? Do you have any suggestions for games that he also might like? Finn can be picky sometimes.
Very picky.
But yeah, all right. Well, I guess that's it, and we will see you next time, everybody.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.